Welcome to From the Desk of Dr. Dandridge, your go-to space for exploring contemporary religious thought and its impact on today's world. I'm Wendell Dandridge, a professor, spiritual life strategist, and author. I'm passionate about helping you navigate faith and meaning in an ever-changing world. Just want to take a minute to thank you for tuning in. If you're looking for deeper guidance or want to personally work with me, visit coachwendell.com. Also, feel free to send me your ideas for future episodes. I'd love to hear from you. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back to From the Desk of Dr. Dandridge, where we explore faith, life, and those questions that keep you up at night. Now, today's topic is one that might surprise you. I'm going to be talking about biblical prophecy and airplane safety. We're going to be looking at a very balanced view today. And you might be wondering, Doc, what do end time prophecies have to do with my next flight to Houston? Well, I'm glad you asked, because if you've ever gripped the armrest a little too tightly during turbulence or heard someone say, "We're in the last days, anything could happen," then this episode is for you. So, should Christians be afraid to fly? Is there biblical reason to fear getting on an airplane? Or should we buckle up, relax, and let the pilot do their job? Stay tuned, because by the end of this episode, you will have a faith-filled perspective on flying that will help you soar, hopefully spiritually as well as physically. Let's be honest, some of y'all don't even get on roller coasters, and now you're telling me, as far as flying 3,000 feet inside of the air, the devil is a liar. But seriously, a lot of fear is surrounded when people get on planes. And a lot of that fear comes from two things. Number one, the fear of the unknown. The fact of the matter is that the second that you sit down inside of that chair, you don't have any control of what's going to happen. And then number two, there's also the fear of prophecy for a lot of Christians. Some people think, disasters, wars, and signs of the times mean that we should avoid anything that's risky. Now, Jesus said inside of Matthew 24:6, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed." That means that we should be informed, but not terrified. Now, I know somebody is saying, "Dr. D, what about those who had a dream about plane crashes?" Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I fully believe, yes, God does speak through dreams and warnings. But we have to ask, is this a warning from God, or is it our own anxiety that's talking? In 2 Timothy 1:7, Paul reminds us, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." That means that if fear is paralyzing us, it's not from God. Wisdom? Yes. Fear? No. If God gives us a warning, it's so we can prepare, not panic. He's the same God who told Joseph in Egypt to prepare for a famine inside of Genesis 41, but he didn't tell Joseph to stop eating altogether out of fear. No. Here's the thing. If you have a dream about a plane, pray about it. But don't assume that every uneasy feeling means that God said don't fly. Sometimes it just means you shouldn't have eaten that burrito before bed. So, all right, let's get practical. Let's get practical, because does the Bible actually say anything about airplanes? Of course not. Planes were not around during that time. But the Bible does talk about flying. Isaiah 40:31 says that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. This sounds like divine aviation to me. And Jesus, he ascended in the clouds inside of Acts 1:9. If it was good enough for Jesus, then I think we'll be okay. Oh, and let's not forget Psalm 91:11, where it says, "For he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways." This means that God's security detail is higher than TSA. Hey, if you're enjoying this discussion, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss an episode, and we keep diving into faith and real life issues together. I want to make sure that you get that notification. Plus, if you've got a topic, do me a favor that you want me to cover, just let me know. Put it inside of the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas and topics to cover. Let's jump back into it. Let's be real. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It's trusting God in spite of fear. Psalm 121:8 says, "The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore." So whether you're boarding a plane, driving to work, or just walking through life, please know that God is watching over you. And let's keep things in perspective. Statistically, flying is one of the safest ways to travel. The truth is, you're more likely to get hurt texting and walking than you are to be inside of a plane crash. But even if something did happen, we have this promise. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. That's 2 Corinthians 5:8. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not rushing to meet Jesus anytime soon. But this is a reminder that no matter what, we are secure in God. So should Christians fear flying? The short answer, no. The long answer, trust God, use wisdom, and take that trip. Fear will always try to keep you grounded, but faith tells you to fly. If you're still a little nervous, just remember, every time you step on a plane, you are one step closer to fulfilling Isaiah 40:31. You're literally mounting up on wings like eagles. So go ahead, book that flight, take that trip, and trust that God's got you covered. That's it for today's episode from the desk of Dr. Dandridge. If this encouraged you, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, whether you're on the ground or in the air, God is always in control. Until next time, stay strong in faith, stay grounded in truth. And if you hear the pilot say, "Buckle up," you better listen. Thanks for listening to From the Desk of Dr. Dandridge. If today's episode sparked some new thoughts or questions, I'd love to hear from you. Listen, visit coachwendell.com to send in your ideas for future episodes, learn more about my work, or even explore how we can collaborate one-on-one. Your journey matters, and I'm here to support it. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with someone who'd benefit. Until next time, take care and keep exploring.